Is our gang?
La femme du roi.
Esse aqui dramático.
Si aveva fatto sopra una vecchia rosina un vecchio monastero storico, dove ce l'ha pure di questo relogio sotto.
It's an even surface.
Is our gang?
Yeah, I need your help. Here, listen.
Yeah, I'm coming. Look here. Say hi. Palace de Peña. Palace of the Pain.
No, no, no.
It's not that at all. He said pain.
The original monastery, built in 1500, was built by King Manuel. The king was at Sintra hunting on those hills when Vasco da Gama came back from India. So it was a very happy moment. At last, the king was sure that it was possible to navigate around Africa and arrive directly to Asia. And thanks to that journey, Portugal became a very wealthy country for many decades before the Dutch and the English also arrived there, having the monopoly of all the trading by sea between Asia and Europe. So King Manuel built that monastery to thank God for Vasco da Gama's success. It was abandoned after the earthquake, and a few decades later Ferdinand converted into this palace. The palace is much larger than the initial monastery. It was a monastery just for 18 monks. Even being on vacation, the royal family had more social life than the monks, I'm sure. And children, the monks didn't, and servants, guests, horses, they needed a bit more space. There are two colors. Well, by the way, connections with King Manuel, navigators and so on. You see the clock tower? It was built on the ruin of the bell tower. The corners are typically German Middle-Age castles, but the outline, the general shape was inspired on the Tower of Belém, built by the same King Manuel on the beach from where the navigators used to sail. There are two colors, we don't know why, maybe Ferdinand like red and yellow. We don't know, but critics know. It's amazing, they know everything about art. They just don't know how to make a masterpiece. So artists make masterpieces and they invent theories. And I've read that red is the color of the blood. Well, you know, the blood in the Christian reconquest to reconquer the territories against the Moors. The yellow is the sun shining. Oh, what a commonplace. Critics write unbelievable things. Well, what we know that's historical, the red part was built on the ruin of the monastery. The yellow part, including the tiles, is the enlargement. So the palace is much larger than the initial monastery. You can recognize elements inspired from many Portuguese different old monuments. The rope, the ship rope, always did manual in style, that Portuguese late Gothic 1500 called after the name of King Manuel, where everything was inspired on the navigation and the sea discoveries, the ship ropes, the exotic plants, and so on. When other countries had the new Gothic, we had the new manual in the 19th century. From the second of Bogota, from the German dynasty.
Ferdinand the King. He built it.
Original de 1500 par Manuel Ier qui est devenu seul année. Carrelage arabe de 1500, Séville au Granade et style Manierin. The towns are Moorish from Séville or Granada. Os azulejos são da mesma época, esta bem formal, e no meio a do seu neto, o Dom Carlos. Tudo está como no período do Dom Carlos até o fim da monarquia. Et voilà la vaisselle. Il y a du Limoges aussi. Vista Alegre, Portugal. Alors, Fernand Combois, consort. Tout reste comme dans la deuxième période de Charles jusqu'à la fin. Et quelques expériences différentes. Alors ça, c'est Arnaud. Il faisait une scène mythologique dans le parc du palais. On voit le croquis, mais... So, King Carlos...
Esas son las imitaciones de cuerdas, muy comunes en los monumentos relacionados con la navegación, las cuerdas de los barcos.
He was painting a mythological scene in the park.
También las ves en otras partes.
This is unfinished because he was assassinated by the anarchists before finished.
He was assassinated. It wasn't finished.
Carlos ha pintado todos esos paneles que tienen en las paredes.
Carlos didn't use the holy water.
Dom Carlos did medical ceremonies, the fluids, the digestion, so they used to slap almost sit in lots of cushions. Some landscape by King Carlos around Sintra, a modern bathroom, just for some toilets, so the barber came here more like for shaving. His picture, he was not an artist. Pictures were put later in each room. The people that use that room just with them.
Algunos cuadros.
E o quarto da dama de companhia da rainha. Ela tinha vários, aqui estava de férias, só trazia uma. Eh bien, au début, c'était la chambre habillée de la deuxième femme.
It's a nice view here.
Fernand et sa penderie. Dans cette dernière... Elle en avait plusieurs. Si c'était en vacances, une était assez.
Some nice views out there.
O quarto principal, primeiro do Dom Fernando e da sua mas o Dom Fernando tinha o quarto junto com a sua mulher. Os cabos era informal, mas eles eram artistas.
Bom dia.
Bom dia. Informal. They were the royal couple, so each one had his own room. But Ferdinand shared a room with his second wife, not a scandal. But they were artists. Very thing. Alors, Amélie et Fernand avec sa deuxième femme. Alors, Carlos et Amélie étaient arrière-petite-fille de Louis-Philippe. Alors, cette prochaine chambre, au début, c'était le studio de Fernand. O escritóriozinho do João Fernando, depois transformou-se no quarto de. Não, o anterior. Um artista.
The previous was the tea room.
On the last period, the Queen's room. After King Carlos' assassination, the Queen Amelia became the Queen Mother, was here most of the time. Their second son, that became the last King Manuel II, the husband, the assassinated King Carlos. Queen Amelia was also an artist. You can see Sintra Palace, a watercolor by Queen Amelia. Dans la dernière période, le studio d'Amélie, déjà porcelana. O Dom Fernando era colecionista de antiguidades e fazia às vezes coisas. As porcelanas são os 4 evangelistas do século XVII, integradas num armário que ele mandou fazer em 1860. This is porcelain, the 4 evangelists, 17th century, integrated in a new piece of furniture made 1860. Fernand était un collectionneur d'antiquités et des fois il réutilisait les choses. Alors, os amigos íntimos não entravam no quarto principal, podiam entrar ali, esperavam aqui, uma sala de espera, e estava o Fernando e a sitting room just for family and close friends. Everything is painted in trompe-l'œil, also the ceiling is not carved. Close friends didn't use the main entrance, so they came from there, and this was the waiting room. En trompe-l'œil, aussi
This is Ferdinand.
c'est pas gravé, c'est peint. Alors les amis intimes, ils n'utilisaient pas l'entrée principale, pouvaient entrer par cette porte. Ils attendaient ici.
This is the Queen's Terrace. This is must be the sundial timepiece.
So we've been in this area where we found the
Et surveillé par un tuteur, bien sûr, mais c'était les princes qui réglaient.
To tell the time, is that the shadow?
Selon l'époque de l'année, mettez vraie poudre à canon, sans boulet bien sûr, et à midi, ça allume.
At 12 o'clock, it actually fired this gun.
Not set the watches, but set the.
Look at the entrance gate and look at the lines trying to get in. I'm glad we came at 10 in the morning.
By Vince Lossif, an artist coming from Bohemia. Bohemia was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire that led to the French Czechoslovakia. On the next room you can see déjà avec sa femme Maria Pia d'Italie, la reine, et le futur roi Carlos, qui est son deuxième frère. Fifth became king at the age of 15 and a half, so the father was the regent. He's helping the young king to command the ship. And here, a few years later, after his death, so the second one is king with his wife, the Queen Maria Pia, and the children, future King Carlos, and his
piece of marble that represents
where gentlemen used to go after dinner to smoke cigars and talk important things far from the ladies. Politics, business, horses.
Horses.
Still not cars and motorcycles there, and to talk about the ladies, of course. Some things don't change since historical times. La partie initiale du palais construite sur la ruine du monastère est conditionnée en dans la partie nouvelle. Elle peut montrer, je crois, sont maiores. Of the monastery, everything was conditioned, and this is the environment. Alors ça, c'est déjà l'agrandissement. So, exotic inspiration, just inspiration, not real. The porcelains, yes, old, but all the furniture and chandeliers were made in Lisbon, 1866.
Furniture made in Lisbon, 1866.
assassination. He died later in exile in his studio and his bedroom. This is Ferdinand, an official portrait. Ferdinand in uniform, his second wife here.
These are all pieces from his private collection of art.
And you can see this is the same sword that appeared on the
Yeah, did you see that?
This is a
Nascido em Viena.
Scene of wolves and bears fighting. You saw the same when she did
And
the
his
Portugal to
wife, she
marry
was a
her
big
king.
lady. He became a big fatty because he was very of a pleasure in life. He was a good king, but he was a man, so he like hunting and bullfighting, eating and drinking and pretty ladies, of course. So he
He just
used to eat
99
like
lives,
three.
just
He
like
kind
that.
of eats
Yeah,
that.
but he was not
He
guilty.
was 5'9". The queen was 2 inches taller. So that's
She's the
why.
opera singer or no?
No, no.
This is the wife of the
But
lady.
also,
Yes.
Okay, got it.
La table, maintenant j'ai plus besoin. En français c'était très facile. C'était comme la table des villages. Mais je crois que pas tout danser sur la table. Surtout avec le verre.
This is the big kitchen.
So I wouldn't say the kitchen, just a kitchen. Because the food would arrive cold to the everyday dining room on the end of the palace. There was another kitchen close to the everyday dining room, not as large. That one was just for the banquet room. There are 5 kitchens in the palace. For banquets, for everyday, and 3 other for staff, guards, etc.
Look at all the lines.
If you go downstairs, you cross, and you can't come upstairs. You can go
No, it's okay.
directly this stair and exiting across the exit. And meeting points in front of the gift shop.
Right here.
Yes,
Okay.
where we were waiting.
What time?
Eu cheguei e não consegui. Não, vai baixo. Eu liguei.
What an amazing
Depois uns
palace.
aboaram logo, nem sequer ouviram. E deixaram eu a fazer as páginas e os primeiros mataram-se mais logo. Aquilo a dizer. Então,